Hello, hello, and welcome again to another Andrew Bortz Does Career Mode on Expert Commentary. I am Matt Ruda, aka at Agent Mulder 5 on Twitter, and Andrew is moving through these menus at lightning speed, so I have to talk at lightning speed. Holy shit, it is pouring rain right now. Oh boy, it's good to be back. I was worried that Andrew had forgotten about me for a while, but no, he remembered me. He's just blind in one eye, or something. I don't know. Get better soon, Andrew. And so we're going to go through the setup, I assume, again at lightning speed, loading his setup, and take a gander, if it so pleases you. Those are weird suspension setups. I know Andrew stopped using the 1111 since so many forum trolls decided they wanted to bitch about it. All that is fixed now, though. But yeah, heavy rain, so this could be a very interesting race. We already saw some light rain in Australia. Thank you, not Rob. God, that is so distracting. You can't even imagine until you start to try to commentate one of these things. You're on your train of thought, and then all of a sudden you have this voice talking to you in this deadpan, dull, I don't give a shit about this accent. But yeah, so here we go. Maybe?
All complete, we're ready.
There we go. Seems to take a very long time to get the car set up. Any hoosel. See the clouds moving there in the background. Could be a very interesting race indeed. But yeah, like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, Australia started with a little bit of rain, nothing too bad. This, on the other hand, this looks like a typical Malaysian afternoon. As we see Bortz up there in P17, had a good qualifying for an HRT. Heidfeld in 18th place. Ooh, not looking good for him. Force India and Sauber in front. 5 lights out, and here we go. A little bit of wheel spin off the line. Whoa, dear God, that's wet. Yeah, having trouble keeping control of the car down to 20th. But nothing Bortz can't handle. He's done this before. Shooting straight up the inside. And can he make the move on Kobayashi on the outside? And everyone else on the outside, it seems, no. Loses one place, gains a place, loses a place, gains a place, gains another place. Oh, dear God, it is confusing. There's Petrov in front of him. Don't pull up Petrov. Bortz, don't go up his ass, please. There we go, down the inside. Looks to take Petrov, and maybe even Schumacher going into this, and Button. And there's Felipe, baby, be cool. Button gets on by. Oh, and somebody hits him from behind. Was that Petrov? Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I'm having some pasta for dinner tonight, and as you would imagine, I have a glass of wine, so any randomness, excuse it. I'm a lightweight, what can I say? Cutting the corner there a little bit, not wanting to do a rudderless Russian maneuver. Fuel down to lean. Hey! He must have watched my first video because now he knows that fuel mode actually exists. Just kidding. But yeah. So, starting off well enough, P8 in Hispania. Keeping Petrov behind, although I think that might be due to the damage he sustained from going up behind Bortzy. And yeah. So, here we go. This could be a very interesting race, actually. News of the real F1 world is coming in hard and fast, it seems. As we see Petrov deciding he wants a place. No, he doesn't. He's just going to back off. But yeah, rumors, whispers, praying that they're true, that Kimi Räikkönen might be back in 2012. I'm so excited. But yeah, popular rumor seems to have him going to Williams, placing Rubinho after a very poor result in 2011. I know it's not over, but really, I mean, how much better are you going to get? To be fair to Rubens, the car is crap, and we see Petrov making a move. Bortz getting a little too far on the outside, and the Russian gets by. Schumacher up behind him. Schumacher going to go by too, it looks like, if he sticks to that line. Oh, or maybe not. Oh, Bortz very well. Oh, and someone just went up his ass again. Oh, and again. Now it's Aldaswari having to pop down a gear to just keep a decent RPM. Maybe he accidentally bumped it. I don't know. There you see Petrov and Schumacher. Petrov actually didn't sustain as much damage as I thought it. Oh! Cutting that corner again, but who can blame him? That was a very interesting slide there. Going into the hairpin. Yeah, I don't know the proper names for these corners, and even if I did, I probably couldn't pronounce them being Malaysian. Not being Malaysian, rather. And, oh, there's some runoff area. Oh, oy, oy, oy. That's not gone well. Everyone and their mother goes past him, so from a very good, solid position, potentially even scoring points if he kept that down to P19 versus teammates. Teammate looks like he's back in 23rd. Paul DeResta right in front of him in 18th. And the rain seems to be even harder now than it was at the start. My word. Fuel up to Rich. See what we can do here. Going on... let's say going on the inside, but that wouldn't have really been a wise move now, would it have? As we see slipping into the slipstream. And yeah, but back to Popular Rumors has next week Raikkonen getting a seat fitting at Williams. That could be interesting. I'd love to see him back in an F1 car. Would rather it be in a top team, but you know, I'll take what I can get. Oh, what else? What else? Oh yeah, so another popular rumor. Since their name changed to Harbor Force India, now that they're owned by new owners, Force India seems to be making moves to replace Adrian Seudel with Nico Hulkenberg. So I like that. I like Hulkenberg. Not too happy with what Williams did to him last year for the money of Maldonado and his PVSDA, whatever the hell that is, Venezuelan oil cartel. I mean, ooh, it looks like Elite Kalala is playing some Supreme Commander 2. Great game. First one's better though. Love Supreme Commander. Takes like 5 hours to finish a big match online because everyone and their mothers got armies of death and destruction everywhere. But that's off topic as we see him diving in. Getting closer and closer. It seems to be a bit of a truly train forming behind what I would assume be a damaged Petrov. Damage not doing that much for his pace versus an HRT, but against these other guys behind him, they all want to get by. So we're on lap 3. Pretty good pace for rain driving in Hispania, I must say. But yeah, not this corner unless the rest is really, really poor on the brakes now. Be interesting in this coming up hairpin if he can make something happen. Have to wait and see. So yeah, Nico Hulkenberg taking over in Force India. No, jeez, had to go evasive there as he was closing on DeResta way too fast. Way, way too fast for comfort. And Sheik is now playing F1 2011. It's funny. It's 15 minutes until the weather improves. Anything will be an improvement at this point. This looks like Korea last year. Dear God. Well, I must say, Korea this year was a pretty interesting race. We had what? We had Vettel, once again, taking it all the way to the top and blitzing everybody and whatever, the bastard. I like the guy, personally, but, you know, so dominant. Why, Vettel? Why are you ruining my hopes and dreams of a chance of somebody else winning for once? When you don't get screwed by something or another. Yeah, Bortz. Keep it steady, man. Keep it steady. You got this. You can take DeResta. I believe in you. But anyway, where was I? Korea. Yeah. It's Lewis Hamilton after getting some rubber in his tires. Did I really just say that? Oh dear God. Well, it's too late to do another take. After getting rubber in his wing. There we go. Massive downforce problems. Very slow. Massively slower than Webber, but still kept him behind for a nice P2. And then we had Alonso getting pissed off that they wouldn't let Felipe move to the side and let him by. That's the Korean Grand Prix in a nutshell. Not raining this time, which is a nice change of pace. And, oh, there we go. There we go. DeResta. Maybe. No. I thought Bortz was going to lose it there for a second because I've done that many a times in my own racing experience. I just see the inside of that car and I get a little too enthusiastic on the throttle and just, whoop, round she goes. And there we go. DeResta is now behind in P19, with Bortz moving up to P18. On the hunt for Heidfeld. It's in the hind end of the field. With, I think it was a Sauber Perez in front of him. Oh, it's Hamilton winning this race. Oh, no, it's Barrichello. Barrichello on the Williams, and Bortz gets a little enthusiastic with Heidfeld, excuse me. And then with the Bollard. Oy vey. Gotta say that I could not imagine trying to drive in this rain. My Malaysia was pretty dry. Qualifying was a little weird, but still managed to do all right, I think. No, China's where I did all right. This race, I got to this point and punctured a tire because I ran too hard and I went flying. Yeah, that didn't go all right for me. So yeah, seeing the grip is just not coming to him, having to slow down massively for that corner. Usually a corner that's taken close to flat out, if not flat out, depending on your setup in a dry. That is nothing you can do. So we see a battle between Heidfeld and Rubens forming up in front of us. There are 3 cars or so in front of them. A little bit of wheel spin, but nothing as bad. It seems like he's getting a bit more grip. But yeah. So what else? What else is there to talk about in this lull? I know so many things on my mind. I've been very busy with different things, but yeah. So there you go. 2 popular paddock rumors there. Perez getting more time in a Ferrari sim, so we know what their which Sauber driver they like best there at Ferrari. Rumors abound about where some of the new faces, Grosjean and all of them, are going, just because not enough seats in F1 right now, but yeah, we just need more teams. Give us a 13th, 14th, and hell, even a 15th team. Give the new people some chances, and Bortz edits very nicely right when I was about to finish that tangent to lap 8. Still behind Heidfeld, who's still behind Barrichello. Hamilton's still leading the race. And the rain, well, it doesn't seem to be improving very much now, does it? Sliding a bit into Barrichello. Barrichello drops down to 17th place. Nothing much has changed. And if, just to make that point even clearer, he jumps ahead another lap. So here we go. Is this going to be another slidey moment? Let's see. A little bit, yeah, into Barrichello. Barrichello doing a great job of his real F1 roll, being a rolling roadblock for anybody behind him. That's the other thing that came out of Korea, too, speaking of rolling roadblocks. Backmarkers actually beat established teams. And here we go again. Just can't make that pass stick. Barrichello taking a defensive line. He's entitled to it. Rain's still pissing down hard. And yeah, Bortz just can't get by, and that seems like the one section of track where he has an advantage. And we cut again, and now the weather definitely looks better. Skies are brightening up. Probably going to have to go into a set of intermediate soon. And whoa, that was close. Nicely done down the inside, but then Barrichello's like, I'm faster than you. And then Bortz is like, have some of this. And then Barrichello laughs his way to the bank. But yeah, this will definitely be interweather soon enough. Just get a little bit more water off the track, and he'll have to be coming in for a set of the blues. Oh, here we go. Hey, it's a different corner this time. It's a different cut. Lap 13. Will he get it done this time? Massively quicker. And whoa, shit! That's not gone well. Oy vey, oy vey, oy vey. Oh, hold on to it, Bortzy. Come on, man. That didn't go too well. Thankfully, only minor damage to his front wing, though, and surprisingly, no penalty. With the way Codemasters codes their AI, I would, expect that to be a penalty just for a tap like that, but Barrichello doesn't seem to have a puncture, so we're all well and good. Our reenactment of the massive Hamilton incident at Singapore is now concluded. Moving on to lap 15, and again, this first corner seems to be the only place Bortz is able to make a move. I don't know if that's because the AI is really slow or he's just exceptionally late on the brakes, but yeah, can't get it done. He gets the speed on the outside, but Barrichello just nicely sticks to the inside, defends his line, and, well, Bortz just can't do anything about it. It's probably going to have to wait until he gets on the intros. Here we are on the back straight once again. Going into this, is he going to be a little more careful this time? AI braking so early. I really do think it's an AI problem. There we go. Wait. You can hear Barrichello on the power. And no! Bortz just cannot get it done. Cannot get by the Williams of Barrichello. Yeah, I know, he's in Hispania, but hell, the way Williams has been performing this year, I'm surprised the Hispanias aren't beating them. And here we go again into the first corner. Now, this will be it. Now, there we go. Barrichello slides in nicely behind on the inside. Now, the outside. Bortz just takes the inside line, but he gets a bit wide. Can Barrichello get on the power? No. Bortz stays ahead. Next up is Kamui Kobayashi, who, before we saw that little incident, is what I was going to talk about. Hey, what? They're already lapping Liuzzi?
Watch it. We're on the same team.
Yeah, you're on the same team, you asshole. Don't be hitting your teammate. I know it's Liuzzi and he runs into people and chicanes, but still. So yeah, the point I was trying to get to was the Saubers. in Korea actually beat by the Lotuses, whatever you choose to call them. And yeah, that was impressive. I was quite happy about that, I must say. Actually, I think it was just might have just been Kovalainen. Can't remember off the top of my head. But there we go. Speaking of Kovalainen, there's Cheerleaders Ambrosio lapping the back markers, of which Sports is one of. So we're on lap 17 and we're already lapping the back of the field. Just shows you how much raw pace he has in this car. The cars might be crap, but Sports knows how to drive. As we see a Violator getting on F1 2011. Thankfully I don't have any other children, or else I would have to be punching the screen right now. Any other children? I don't have any children. Mom, if you're listening to this, don't get any ideas. So we see Bort's engine yellow, and whoa, she spins me right round, baby. Almost. Not quite. My 80s reference kind of fell flat on its ass just then. But yeah, engine not looking too good. I was about to say too hot, but it actually is looking hot. Yeah, that doesn't bode well. Might want to be careful on that. Turn the fuel mix down to maybe standard. Just not send so much fuel in there, not much explosion-y going on in the cylinders. Keep that engine alive. Hey! I did that. I'm moving on to lap 20 now. And the weather has definitely improved. Is Bort's not even going to go into inters? Now I'm starting to wonder, is he going to stay on the full wets until it's slick time? I can't imagine he would. I gotta imagine those tires are blistering like mad. Overheating. There doesn't seem to be a lot of water on the racing line. I don't know about this. Then again, I didn't know about his fuel settings in the first race, so that goes to show you what I know about driving. And line, definitely a drawing line forming. Is that Whoa, what? What the fuck? How did he get up in 10th? Oh, we must have missed a pit stop phase somewhere. Aldaswari going by. I think Aldaswari's on the inters, if I saw that very briefly. Yeah, Sports going to come in. Let's see. Yes, Aldaswari is on the inters. Sports comes in. But what will it be for? What kind of tires is he going to put on? It still looks way too wet for slicks, but crazier things have happened. But yeah, let's see. I have to go all the way down to the end of the pit lane. What's he going to do? Enters. There we go. Let's see. Pit lane still looks extremely wet. But I guess it's dry enough now. Wait. Or is he going for wets? No, he's going for enters. Okay. Confused me there for a second, Bortz. As we see the drab gray pit crew letting Bortz go. And there we are. Back on track in P18. Barrichello behind him. In front of him. Was going to be behind him until Bortz braked himself a little bit there. Nothing too horrible, but just enough to let the Brazilian blast by. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care, engineer dude. So we are lap 22. A little bit wide there, and then a little bit sideways there, but nicely kept, very tidy. For as tidy as a slide can get. Now we're getting blue flags. Sky is definitely brightening up. Wow, that was a no-shit Sherlock moment of this cast, I think. Blue flags means allow the car to pass, does not mean you have to fly off the track. But nicely held. Engine's cooling down a bit, so that bodes well. Barrichello's still out in front, and yeah, track dried extremely quickly. We're now on lap 28. Very few laps done on these tires, but he has to come in. There is no water in this pit lane. The pit lane that I said was pouring? That was wet with rain earlier is now completely bone dry. So yep, gotta come in for those slicks. Probably gonna be a prime. Oh no, an option. So he's gonna go for an option maybe? It depends. I mean, I think a set of primes. What was Malaysia? A 2-stop? I think a set of primes could have taken him to the end. Maybe I'm just crazy. So, it's going to definitely have to make one more stop. There is no way in hell a set of options is going to last all that. Actually, still some water on the track. Bort's a little hesitant. Whoa! Sliding like mad there. And then off the track. Excuse me. So, yeah, oof, we're on the rail limiter there too. Those are some weird sounds. What is that? Maybe my audio is just skipping. So yeah, P19. Barrichello is, I don't know where, but yeah, this is definitely... It's in the transitional phase. It might be a bit too wet for some to take on the options, but I think boards can handle it. Within a lap or two, it'll be like night and day. Other people have to come in for their slicks. Boards has already gotten that stop out of the way. So yeah, see how this goes. The rest of the sitting, the fastest time in the Grand Prix, 1:39. I think he's on slicks. Oh, that's the water. That's what that sound is. The corner that's taken Bortz twice. Not going to take him this time. Nicely controlled. And the nice thing about this little bit of water, he can still control the car as long as it is the fastest lap. But with the tires being cooler, you're not going to get as much wear. So these options are actually going to last longer than they normally would. I don't think they'll last for 27 laps, but they'll definitely keep going for a while. And yeah, so there we are. 19th place. Behind Barrichello, but ahead of D'Ambrosio, who we saw him lapping earlier. Front brakes are a little too hot. Might have the bias a little too far forward there, but yep, tires are definitely coming up to temperature. I know I made a mistake, actually it was 2 days ago, I think, racing in Nürburgring online. Wet conditions, dried out. I came in about 2 laps too early for my slicks, and it just destroyed my race because I spun into somebody, they got destroyed, and my rear was messed up, and it wasn't pretty. And then I heard on over my headset how much my mother likes to... What did the kids say? How can I put it politely? How much my mother likes to fornicate with African American men. Yeah, it wasn't a pretty conversation, but besides that fact, Bort's making a very good decision. I doubted it at first just because the track did look a little wet, but definitely seeing now those options coming into their own. Getting lapped, but not getting taken from behind very quickly. God. Blame the wine. Petrov stuck behind. Getting blue flags though, so if he doesn't let him by soon, there will be a penalty involved, but there we go. Bort's allowing Petrov to get on with his race. Although, what I was saying was you don't see them streaming away. That's the clear difference. The AI is not streaming away from Bortz, even the ones that are lapping him, so... He's definitely got some pace in the dry. The wet was a bit interesting, but there we go, lapping Liuzzi. Well, Liuzzi not wanting to give up the inside line there. And there's blue flags, another leader's going to be coming through. Kobayashi now up in 18th, and Barrichello probably jumped him in the pit stop phase or something. Who is this? There's Schumacher going on by. Liuzzi looking to unlap himself with his teammate, but Bort's having none of that. Ooh, that was a very sharp entrance into that corner. I thought he was going to lose it there for a second. Well controlled. Whoa, okay. Not so well controlled. And spinning everywhere. Oof. Let's see, people going by. Bort's getting back on the track. Still a little wet there on the edges of the track, so gotta let these tires clear of water and debris and whatnot. Yes, I know it's debris, but a friend of mine once said debris in a very serious conversation. Holy shit! Oh my god, that's not gone well. Are his tires just not up to temperature? Does he have too little downforce on the rear? This isn't something you typically see from Bortz. Usually Bortz is right on it. Is there something wrong with his car? It's weird. But yeah, no, in a very serious conversation, once my friend said debris, and I've mocked him for it ever since, and so now I use it. Bort's going into the pits. Maybe his tires are just gone. He has that little fuel mix lap thingamajiggy up. I can't tell what kind of condition his tires are in. Try to look closer at my screen. They look fine to me, but I don't know. I do not know. He's going for another set of options. Of course, because it was raining, does not have to run both sets of dry compounds. And, excuse me. Looking like he's going to try to take the end of this race on options. Now, it depends on what the AI did. If Sutil and the guys ahead of him went on to prime tires, they can probably stay out for the rest of this race. But, whoa, truly, get out of the way. I know you have trouble with your power steering or whatnot, but Whoa! God, above. That's not gone well. Oy vey.
Picked up some marbles. Expect
Lewis Hamilton, what are you... I mean, Andrew Bortz, what are you doing? Oh, whew. Lucky to get away with that with no damage, but yeah, there's Maldonado. What I was saying was if the AI had gone on to primes, which it looks like Maldonado did after that rain, he might be in a bit of trouble here because they can stay out, whereas he needed to come in again for a new set of tires, which jump into lap 44. Things are starting to get hectic up here in the commentary booth. Blue flags and... Oh my god! That's not gone well. That's not gone well at all. Oh man.
you should be okay to stay.
Maybe he just... Oh man. This is an interesting race.
Blue flag conditions. Let
And, oh, there we go with the fuel again, down a lap, but he has been lapped a couple of times. I've learned from my mistake last time. He's probably going to be okay to go till the end of the race, and, dear God. Whipping his car around. Yellow flags are out now, those guys getting by. Plenty room to spare, as Andrew whips his car back and forth. Now we jump again to lap 51, and it's going to be another spin, I can tell already. Wait for it. Yep, there it is. Oh!
blue flag conditions. Let the car
Ooh,
immediately behind.
man, almost backed right into the traffic there. That was scary. Oh, boy. This race is just falling apart at the seams. Here's another spin! Oh, Boards. Boards, what are you doing?
Looking at the
I talked you up so much and now you're making me look like an idiot.
at this rate, consider pitting.
Something about graining, I don't know. Maybe he's instructing him to make sure to eat all of his whole grains, I don't know. Rear tires have gone red, which might be the cause or the effect of these spins, I can't really tell. Oh, just a light little tap there, could have done more damage to the rear. Thankfully not. This is like me driving after I've had a few. Well, in video games, of course, I don't drunk drive.
Flag conditions.
Oh god, this has gone downhill. But yeah, no. Even some snap overs here trying to just get away from it. This just doesn't look balanced. This car setup looks like it's all over the place. Barrichello still in 18th. The other back marker's still far enough behind. Was that some dust or was he smoking? No, that was just dust. Okay. I thought for a second Button or whoever's ahead of him was smoking a bit. Turning the mix up. And yeah, there we go. The Malaysian Grand Prix. Done and dusted with Bortz finishing in 19th place. Not a very tidy race and almost spins it again there right at the very end. Ay, ay, ay. It's been an interesting race. But yeah. 19th place, one off the objective. What more can I say, really? Lost 2 positions from where he qualified. So there you see the results as they were. As he goes up to the top, and I do my speed talking thing. Mark Webber, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, James Button, Lewis Hamilton, Rosberg, Petrov, Schumacher, Massa, Aldiswari, Perez, Buemi, Heidfeld, Kobayashi, Duressa, Maldonado, Sutil, Barrichello, Bortzi Boy, D'Ambrosio, Luzzi, Kovalainen, Trulli, and Glock. As we see, Bortz still 19th in the standings. Fernando Alonso leading over Sebastian Vettel by 13 points, I think it was. And there you see a bunch of names that I can't get to because I can't talk that fast. Holy crap, I am not Murray Walker. But hey, with Bortz well, no, Bortz didn't have a solid finish. So, I don't know how they're ahead. Red Bull's still ahead in the Constructors, though, because Felipe Massa can't drive for shit. And now we see a very dejected Bortz. Once again, he doesn't know what happened. It's my power steering. You give that fucking Finnish guy good power steering, but not me. Get out of my sight. Go back to your garage, Paddock. Ferrari did. So, yep, next up is China. I will see you guys there. Have a good one.